we are a little late. I just got a new phone. I was trying to set that up, but we are here and we've got some new tech to talk about. I just start streaming and I'm already getting a bot in my Twitch stream. Come on, get out of here, bud. Let's see. How do I get rid of this guy? All right. Literally, as soon as I started, right away. I mean, I appreciate the guy's work ethic, but damn. All right. So we have got some new tech. Basically, what we figured out, or what I figured out actually yesterday. I don't think anyone in the Discord had noticed it yet because we ended up going into a full discussion about it. But basically, Ebb and Might gives you 20% damage increase. Duplicate increases your Ebb and Might by 100%. Now, if you do this, Ebb and Might, Eons, go into your rotation, 20%. However, if you cast Ebb and Might anytime after you have duplicate, 40%. So the new tech pretty much is always Eons first. And I'm guessing there's going to be some playstyle changes into like if you have Eons in 30 seconds or like within a certain time frame and Ebb and Might's off cooldown, you have to hold. So you can get that 40% buff. If you cast Ebb and Might afterwards, you still get that that buff. So thank you for streaming. Yeah, there's not a lot of Og Evokers playing. I think they took a rough hit throughout season 2, and they also just haven't been around long enough to have people who are like I played Rogue for like 15 years. Like we don't have any like diehard Ogs, but I've been loving it. Yeah, so basically if you Ebb and Might before you Eons, you get 20% in your opener. But if you Eons and then Ebb and Might, you have 40%. So you can get 20% more personal damage by putting Eons first. Now, if you have Ebb and Might come up and you still have your duplicate and you just cast it, you'll get the 40%. But because we were casting Ebb and Might first this whole time, we never had the 40% on our opener. Because you would just almost always do that. Unless you played Chrono. Chrono, you could get away with it. So all the logs and all the raid bosses and damage and keys and stuff are probably showing a lot less damage than what we should be getting, and that damage is already pretty high. So this might be, if we see a nerf, that's why. I don't think it's going to be too dramatic, because even if they nerf us by like a good chunk of damage, if we have this to counteract it, like it's fine. But I did a sky reach, and the first pull I did this, and my eruptions were like 60% of my damage. It was actually insane. But yeah, so instead of Ebb and Might and then fly, you fly, which your flight gives you the 20% one. My duplicate pops up, I pop Ebb and Might, boom, 40%, and then you go into your opener. So we're gonna be, I haven't really tried it too much in like full keys. I did it in a sky reach, and then 2 people got disconnected, so I never got a chance to fully try it. So this is what we're trying out now. And it's gonna play a role into Chrono specifically because of double time. Double time gives you a chance to crit your Ebb and Might, but that crit doesn't benefit you. That crit benefits all your external buffs. So I think there's a couple people in the Discord trying to figure out if it's worth overriding a double time, like a crit Ebb and Might, to get yourself the personal damage. And I'm not sure. But on the other side of things, if you happen to get a crit on your Ebb and Might cast that gives you the 40%, you're in a great spot because you have the buff and everybody else has a bigger buff too. So Chrono might get some juice. But we're gonna try doing some Scale Commander. I just realized my sound effects weren't on at all. But we're gonna try doing some Scale Commander today, and that's gonna be the goal, is to get as much 40% buff as possible. So let's see if we got anybody in Dungeon Finder. Which one is Pit? What the hell is this? Oh, current season. I'm like, why are these things? Pit is Forge Master Ick and Scourge Lord. Ick and Crick suck so bad, dude. But I don't know if I want to do a Pit. So Og has Scale Commander and Chrono Warden. I personally like Chrono Warden more. I think Scale Commander might outperform it, but with this change, I'm not sure. Um, because this can work, beneficially to Chrono and also against Chrono. Because if you land and you crit on your landing, your initial Ebb and Might, you might not want to overcast it, so you might not get that 40% for yourself. Whereas Scale Commander, you always get it. Scale Commander, you can always send it. You don't have to worry about critting. But I like Chrono more just because it feels smoother. All right, let's try Sky Reach. What do you mean PH Chrono Y? Oh, I didn't even fix my. I got my top light up over there, so it's kind of blinding to look up, and now I got it on my OBS over here. Wow, I'm surprised that guy didn't take me. Dogs are performing very, very well right now. Very well. And in keys and in raid. So that's oh, okay. Chrono, I get what you're saying. I get it now. They've been performing almost too good. I don't like being good early in the beta. You want to be good towards the end because you got a lot of time to be brought down. And I think like it's so early that it's super hard to be like, these are the damage numbers we're gonna have on live. This is how good we're gonna be. But everybody's logging raid and keys and stuff, and Og is doing very good on both, and that's what Blizzard's gonna see. And I'm hoping they don't just kind of crush us for it. I guess we just do a pit. Hopefully we just crush these guys. These Ick and Crick guys. That's the only one that like I feel like people struggle on. But like right now this is damage for the first boss on Heroic. Og's up there pretty heavily. And then, like I said, these are beta, so it's so much time for it to change. And then for keys, oh, I got an invite. We'll go back to this later. Hito Saron. All right, so we're gonna try to get this 40% buff as much as possible, and we're gonna make sure that we're logging. And how we'll get the live log going. Oh, there we go. That way I don't have to upload every single time. It just automatically does. So the way logs work is like this damage meter right here. This damage meter, Ogs will always look terrible on it because it doesn't count buff damage. Logs are how much damage that you're attributing to everybody else. They put it as your damage. So as an Og Evoker, you kind of have to log everything to see what your actual damage is. It's a combined personal and also buff damage. But over here on this damage meter, this is strictly your personal damage. Yeah, logging is very important, and also make sure that you are archiving or deleting your logs, because one of the issues that my computer is not top of the line or anything, it's good enough, but one of the issues I ran into is my combat log was so big from logging literally everything that I would go into like a boss fight, and as soon as it started, it would check that massive log and my game would crash. So make sure you delete it every so often to make sure that, like, I like to upload everything, at the end of the day I just delete the log or delete it or archive it, whatever you want. But yeah, if your log's too big, then it can cause some stutters because it's trying to pull everything from that as soon as you go into combat. I think at one point I was like running keys all day. I had like 20 keys in one log and it was just crashing. All right, how we doing here? We need a tank. Ooh, sorry. We need a tank and healer. While we're doing that, I'm gonna show you guys the let's do some DPS. And do one. We're gonna do a normal one. I'm just gonna go through my. There we go. Imminent destructions. 134k, and then we're gonna do it the other way while we're waiting here. So we had 134k. Oh, I gotta do something for my wife in a second. All right, hold on. 1 second. See any comps that shine with Og? Og just kind of makes good classes better. So whatever's the top right now is going to be just going to work with Og, which is nice and not great at the same time. There's classes that don't work with Og very well. Anything with a pet doesn't work with Og very well. It doesn't attribute damage correctly, so it becomes more of an issue with like the logs don't show, like the logs don't give you the damage that it should because most of their damage is coming from pets. But other than that, everything else pretty much works pretty well. If you're playing Chrono Warden, you kind of want 90-second cooldowns and a 1.5-minute cooldowns. Frost DK was really good last season. With Scale Commander, you kind of just send on your cooldowns. And now that we can't track anybody else's cooldowns, it's kind of just, I think that's why Scale Commander might shine a little bit. But I'll be back in 1 second. I gotta take a photo of something for my wife. Be right back. All right. We are back. Got removed from the group. I thought that only happened on live. Get into another one. Seat. We can do seat. Oh. Alright, so last time we had 134k DPS. We're gonna do it the other way this time. Reset data. Eons. Cancel my eons. I'm gonna Ebon Might. Yep. Boom. And then we just immediately smash that by 30k or so. So yeah, that's I think that's gonna be the change that we're gonna see people do. All right. Do we want to try a 14? I think I did a 14 alg. Yeah. Which I forget which C is. I always get them mixed up. C I don't mind actually, as long as that first boss feels like the hardest one. Viceroy's pretty hard too. It's a lot. I think Viceroy's more of a healing check though. But yeah, comps that shine with AUG, anything with kind of like a minute and a half cooldowns are probably the best. Just because Scale Commander gets back Eon so quickly. Same with Chrono. That those tend to fit better than stuff with like hard 2-minute ones. But I'm curious to see how we play in groups, because like I said, Scale Commander, you just kind of send. You get it back so quickly, you tend to send it even if people don't have cooldowns. Chrono, you time a little bit more, and I'm wondering if we're gonna find a way to have cooldowns up, whether it's a macro that somebody just hits and says this is up, or something. But I know that we don't have any more combat add-ons and weak auras and things like that, so it's gonna be a little tougher to play like a buff spec AUG. But that's my favorite kind of AUG. That's what I started playing as. That was the most fun. Season 1 of War Within was like the most fun I had playing AUG. I really don't want to do a 10 just because I don't want to deal with the affixes. The affixes are actually terrible. like when you're so used to playing without them, and then you get one back and it's like the one where you gotta like chase people's orbs or have the healing thing. That healing dot can suck when it hits if it hits at like a certain time. I'm really hoping that they take me in here. Reese, I think, is a little broken right now, but I think it's a bug that's causing them to be broken. I don't think that they're actually broken. Same with like BM. I heard BM Hunter has a pretty hard bug in it right now that like is making them do and I've seen it. I've seen the insane damage they've done. I've also seen Devourer do insane damage, but not typically. Like I saw one dude who must have been studying, because he was cooking on like every pull. Even single target, he was like way ahead of everybody else. I don't want to go in there anyways. Couple of levers, no thanks. I think I'm gonna end up in one of these 10s, unfortunately. Let's try seat. Seat ain't bad. All right, we're doing a seat. Oh, we got a full group. Is it double Shadow Priest? Oh shit. Wow, diversity is not this group's strong suit. Oh, I gotta repair. I was trying to figure something out the other day and I kept killing myself. I figured out that I was looking for like AUG tips, like AUG skips, I should say. And on Skyreach, you can actually turn and rescue somebody right to that platform where the boss is. So you can't mount, so you can't do like the mount swing, but you can also jump up there. You can Warlock Gate. You can do all these different things. So if you have the right comp, you can essentially bring everybody up there in a way. I feel like I'm missing something and I'm nervous. This is the wrong one, but I think I got it off in time.
The void beckons us onward. Embrace it. Leave your sanity.
Do I leave it up to... Oh, I gotta blistering scales this guy. Yeah, like, that's crazy. I didn't even press against anybody. Whoops. Oh, that dude died. Let's see if I can save my mass eruption for the next ball. Now I have my duplicate still up, so I'm gonna try to squeeze out that last ebb and might in hopes that I can extend this. Because as long as you cast it with your dude up, you'll get that buff, 40%. So I am gonna try to stretch this as long as possible, and then we'll start recouping right now. And then I'm not gonna... Do I send Eons here? feel like I might have to. No, I'm just gonna hang on to it. This is gonna be a little bit of a damage drop while we let these things die, and I'll be on to the next one, and then I'll get time skip up. Get that other pull, perfect. Go over. And then we're cooking. I should have popped the defensive for that channel, but that's okay. I'm gonna press myself, do a rank 3 because the things are gonna die, and then just finish it off right here. Cool, there we go. Time skip. Still had my dupe up, which was nice. He's gonna jump. So I need to make sure to Eon's his jump, not where he is. Hit myself with the press. What's after that? I'm gonna knock this guy back. We need to kill these things. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's okay though. Easy. Easy peasy.
Over here. Follow me.
The last time I did this dungeon, everybody just died here for some reason. I don't know what it was. There was like a random dot that came out.
Disrupting their efforts would benefit us all. Also, their commander here has a particular item that would be useful to me.
Figure out their motives.
Alright.
Stop.
Now, I'm probably going to send Eon, Evan might, obviously, as long as I have more than 30 seconds left on this. So I need to kind of get this out. Back to the Rift Warden. I got a dot on me, knock that guy up. Get that guy in. Hit that. I'm not going to stretch that one out. I'm going to Eons here. Oh, I was trying to get out of that in time. I didn't. Dude, VDHs do a lot of damage. The few that I've played with do a lot of damage. Oh, I didn't have hover. I was trying to cast my Evan Might while I had my dupe up. Oh, don't go to him. There we go. Sucks when that guy tells. Whoop! Almost pulled that other pack. That would have been bad. Oh, I don't have my thing for a second. There we go. The next one. Get this. I want to try to stretch this Ebon Might to the end. There we go. We're good. Cool. Not a big damage pull there. Get that guy in. As soon as he's in, I'm gonna Eons. He's gonna get stunned. Alright, we're just gonna go this way. Pop my trinket. Oh, switch to this guy. There we go. Boom. And then I think I've got enough time to get another Ebon Might out with my duplicate up to get that 40%. So I am going to just send that right here. And then I would time skip, but because it's just this one dude, I think I'm just gonna let it naturally kind of come off. And use time skip maybe in the boss. Should have hovered that. Oh, there we go. He's sending a couple of those out. Sweet, I got some good essence. I got some good essence burst. Easy, nice. We got one more. That's okay. One more is eons, and then I should be able to get it back pretty easily before the boss. I think people are starting to figure out like pull paths and stuff. Like we're probably gonna have to pull those guys. They're gonna pad in. So yeah, he's going for it, but he needs to make sure the Rift Warden doesn't go far from that pack. That's why I was trying to get him back in time. If you take the Rift Warden too far away, he starts doing that AoE and just kills everybody. Take that off him, I guess. Give us a little reset on that timer. Have everybody here. All right, I'm gonna eons this. Go, go, go. I think I may have doubled up on my bombardments there and didn't split them. That was bad. But I do have time skip, so it's a little less bad. Whoop, let's get over here. I'm going to send this time skip a little earlier because I think he's going to pull right into it. Yeah, if that pull went the way it should have, I would have been a little bit better off with my eons timing, unfortunate. But I am going to send it because I have the time to... I have the time to get it back pretty quickly. Press, eons, and then I'm gonna recast my thing. Boom. There we go. Now I got some. Now I have my 40%, and I can just kind of extend this as long as I possibly can. I'm gonna hit myself with the press. Usually wouldn't, but YOLO dog. I think I'm gonna just play it safe and get back here. Nice. Cure some people. Take a little stress off the healer. Fort class, baby. See, I probably should have just sent Ebon Might on this travel just to get the 40%, but I wasn't thinking about it. But I think that's going to be something that happens more often. Always hover these circles. Oh, I want to see if Twin... Oh, I don't have Twin Guardian right now. I wanted to see if the rescue that makes it so... what's it called? It removes any movement impairing effects. I wanted to see if that would work there. We're going to send these off because I want to get some bombardments in there for the next pull. There we go. So now we got eons. Sometimes I'll send some bombardments just to get a quick couple, like 10, like I'll send my empowered kind of late into the pull just to get, you know, 10-15 seconds off eons for the next one. But I don't have a Twin Guardian spec right now, so I can't really, I gotta remember to do that next time I'm in a seat. Boom. Whoa, I'm gonna have to pot. We need to make sure not to pull that guy. Sometimes when you eons, like things just die so fast. Ah, we got him. That's okay though. things just die so fast that you're like, you don't even have a chance to really go through all your cooldowns. Now I'm gonna not cast my mass eruptions yet until I got a little bit of essence, a little bit of burst, so I can keep these things going. That's fine, that works out. See, again, I wonder if I should have sent that just to get it up, but I also don't have any essence to keep it up, so it makes it a little... I'm gonna do this. These guys are tough. I'm gonna hover. Come on, come on. Couple more seconds, couple more seconds. Eons. Into my damage boost. There it is. I'm curious how I'm doing because Shadow Priests right now are looking really good. Can you do Chrono Warning? Yeah, actually, I was playing Chrono Warning all yesterday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually think that with the new tech that we figured out, where you get 40% personal damage, to me, I think that's going to benefit Chrono because you can have insanely long Ebon Might times. It's just going to matter if double time, like, you know, supersedes it. Oh, oh, oh. Got it. Come on. Where's my cast? Was bad. Did I get it off? Yeah, I did get it off. I'm in danger. This is not a pack you double pull. I don't want to Eons this because I feel like we're just gonna die anyways. Yeah, I was trying to get that off just before I died. This is the only part in this dungeon that has like an absurd amount of casting and AoE and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be the two. Oh no, if you start the boss, you still have the ads. I think you pull right around the circle, not left. I haven't tried raiding with dog yet. I wasn't around for the raid testing, so that was a little unfortunate. But I'm gonna try to get into the next one. I don't want to Eon this pack with the boss coming up next, so I'm just doing a regular. I thought that was one of the purple orbs. They watched that perfectly. Yeah, we kill these two guys, and then boss comes up, so I didn't want to Eons there, which is fine. I probably could have got it back in time, but I didn't want to risk it. Yeah, these guys are just getting nuked. I wouldn't have had it back. One step forward and to the right. Gonna help this guy clear some stuff up. Yeah, see, like that coming in right during like all that AoE and shit we had in the last pull is like it's just so bad. Like it's harder than doing it on like a 13. All right, let's see how we do here. Good, we didn't lust. We want lust for the last guy. Set my moving flame out. Oh, I just got tagged by that one right through there. That was bad. Oh, I got tagged by two. Oh my god, I'm terrible. I was not paying attention at all. Ah, it's so bad. There was two back here that I just wasn't even looking for. That was stupid. Oh, there goes all the damage. And there's still kind of new dungeons. Oh, our healer went offline. I don't think I could have survived the second one I got hit by. But hey, we get to go again. It's like when you wipe on a raid boss And you're like, no, no, die, die. I don't want the 0. I don't want everybody wipe. So yeah, it wasn't me getting hit by the orbs. It was the healer not being. That's what it was. It wasn't me. Let's do that. That on him. I think Prez Evoker is supposed to be pretty good right now, from what I've heard too. Which it's not great because you usually don't want to double stack specs or classes, I guess, in like a high level keys. So it's either going to be Prez gets pushed out by AUG or slash dev, or dev gets pushed out by AUG if they're like meta capable classes. Take your time, Priest. I got 5 seconds left. There we go. All right, let's try this again with paying attention. There's so many of them, it's kind of crazy. Oh, I almost got caught by that one. I didn't even see that one coming. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck over here. At least those are actually angled pretty good, where like we can kind of sit right here. Right? I'm gonna hold off for 1 more second. Put it under 5 so I can get that. There we go. Gonna keep going. Who's stuck? Who's stuck? I guess I'm stuck. I was gonna try to rescue somebody, but we're gonna time skip this. Get a couple in to extend. I don't really want to recast it until I have Eons again, if I can. Just a couple more seconds. And we're gonna thread the needle here. We get that damage burst again. Cool. Much smoother. I think at this point we just nuke boss. Cool. Okay. Not the smoothest, but we got the job done. Now we have lust for here. We lust the intermission. So it's Chrono Warning and Midnight about buffing your teammates' damage, or yours mostly? I think it's more about buffing your teammates. Whenever I've played it, Ebb and Might has been my top damage on logs, and it's mainly because you just have so between like Tip the Scales and Eons, you just have so much essence burst that you can just extend Ebb and Might for insane periods of time. Like I think I've done like 2-minute boss fights where I've casted Ebb and Might once.
The few cases I know of have occurred when mortals were involved.
There's one part in this fight that the ground goes purple, and every single time my computer freezes. So let's see if we can survive this. I wish I actually no. I'm gonna hold Eons until intermission. So I more so just need to make sure that I have Ebb and Might ready for that, for the buff. I'm gonna kind of position myself over here to get ready to knock this thing out. Oh, nope, disintegrate. I forget that comes first. Disintegrate catches people all the time, dude. It needs to be a little bit more brazen on like how you see it. All right, we're gonna go to this guy back here. And then there we go. Have the mic back up. Right there. Up. Every single time, dude. They need to fix that. Intermission. No, why are we lusting right now? Hate that I don't have hover for this right now. This thing moves fast. I may have been able to get a... I'm gonna cast this. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna cast... Oh, of course. There we go. It takes 200% more damage right now. This is when you would typically lust. Yeah, I'm pro buff Og. I think that feels like the most fun to play. GG's, that's about to pop off. Crit mastery, not a bad staff. Yeah, if you lust after, as soon as they go into that intermission, you just have a lust into a 200% damage amp. I think the dude who called for lust is gone. Yeah, he's gone. I was gonna say lusting at intermission's better. What build I will show you as soon as I finish my hearth. So I don't know if anyone noticed what my damage was on the damage meter. It erases as soon as you leave, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'll show you the logs for it in a second. All right, this is what I'm running right now. I'm kind of testing a non-moats build, even though I think moats is going to be the route we take, just because they're so good right now. But I was just kind of curious to see how this worked. Now let's see what I did for damage here. So that's my damage. I'm gonna close that. So kind of cooking compared to what logs look like, compared to what the damage meter looks like, which is why you always... Oh, let me bring that. My bad. I literally just showed you my build and then did this. But look at the eruption damage compared to Ebon Might. It's crazy high, 30% of my damage. So this is why I think that we're gonna get nerfed because of that change. But yeah, here's this. Yeah, they said that I'm stuck between Prez or Og. What's your thoughts? I like both, but you have to like healing, and I don't know if I'm gonna like healing with this new iteration of no add-ons and raid frames and stuff, because I feel like the biggest complaints I hear are from healers about the unit frames. So I feel like I would probably play Og. It's a little less stressful. I do. They said the damage meter originally wasn't going to show it, and then they said that they want to show it. They just don't know how, essentially. Because originally it was by design. They didn't want Og's damage on the damage meter because they wanted it to be a support class. But now that it's like a little varied off of that, they're saying that they might try to bring it in. But there is so many things that are still broken, even on logs, for how getting right now, Devourer's collapsing star doesn't give us damage. It doesn't attribute damage to us. It's like their biggest ability. So like things like that need to get fixed. Got to keep the lore. Yeah, exactly. They got to keep the lore. But yeah, I mean, I played Prez very, very briefly, like kind of when Og first came out, and then I've dabbled in it, and I don't know. I like Og more, so it's hard for me to deep dive into Prez. I forgot I was playing Reactive Hide. Yeah, it's terrible. I think that there's like a GitHub or something like that that has a full list of all the stuff that doesn't work for Og, doesn't attribute properly. The biggest issue is pets, and that's like if you have a BM hunter, like you never wanted to buff a BM hunter because you didn't get anything for it. I'm curious actually with Reactive Hide. That's something that I just started testing out to see what damage how much damage my obsidian scales are doing, or blistering scales. I think it only adds like a percent damage from it. I don't know if it's worth taking. But you know what? Maybe we want to try. Yeah, you know what? Let's try a moats build now. Moats you're probably gonna want a little bit more mastery, but I'm not gonna really go into it here. I have this for just a little high secondary. Sorry, no, the stair. Yeah, it gives me a ton of mastery. 4% up to 12. It's like an insane amount. So that's really good to pop before eons. And that, I feel like that's got to get taken down. That's like that's an insane amount of that's like 30k mastery on live. Oh, it does. It withers away. Okay, so it doesn't stay up there the whole time. Diminishing over 15. All right, that makes it a little bit more balanced. Let's see. We'll do this one, and then we'll do a chrono one. I don't want to do another seat. Why is it all seats? And then when I do another seat, I need to make sure to take Twin Guardian to see if I can stop that knock up from happening, or at the very least let them cast through the knock up, because it lets you cast while moving for 3 seconds. So it would, if you time it right, you can save people. I think like right now the build I just ran was very like kind of upheaval heavy. Upheaval deals 50% more damage. Upheaval. Oh no, I do want that. Wait, hold on. We gotta reverse a little bit here. I think I don't take time skip for this one because we want accretion. Accretion's too good. Our cooldowns would be all over the place if we didn't take it. So I think I'd lose time skip, which just I'd have to play a little bit more carefully. I could also drop Molten Embers, but Molten Embers is really good right now. Because it doesn't matter what you rank your Fire Breath at. You just do rank 1 Fire Breaths and you have almost 100% uptime on it. 12 Skyreach. Also, right now, time skip doesn't affect Fire Breath, which is a bug. It should affect Fire Breath. So it's got a little less value on beta, but when that gets fixed, I think it'll be back to being something worthwhile. Same with Interwoven Threads. That's another good one. I just don't know. I don't know how we take it with this line of talents that we kind of need to take if we're playing moats, which I think we're going to play moats. Can you summon that clone of yourself yet? Yeah. Yeah, if you by eons, as soon as you land, portal opens up and then dude walks out of it. And he's literally yourself. And fun fact, you can also rescue him. So if you ever need to move quickly, you can rescue your own clone. If you don't have a hover or something like that, rescue your own clone. And if you have Twin Guardian, you get some free casting out of it. They in last season, these guys, the command squadron that would land and start disintegrating, used to be able to die. So you would just have like all of a sudden you just have all your guys just fall over because of a mechanic. Let's see, what does Chrono look like right now? Chrono, I think you take time skip, maybe over Molten Embers. But one of the big things with Chrono is if you double time, then you get 50% additional stats to your Ebon Might, and then your duplicates up. That gives it 100% increase in stats. You can give people a shit ton of secondary stats, and I think that's good. I think it might be better in Raid, especially now that you don't need to like do all the preparation buffs to make sure you're buffing the right people and their cooldowns and all that stuff like that. So I think it might be a little better. All right, we got a lock. Affliction. I fucking love this staff. It's so, it looks like just like a trumpet on the front. Affliction locks aren't bad. They don't rely too heavily on pets. so they're not too bad to buff. Demonology warlocks were awful. I'm guessing are still going to be awful to buff. Unfortunately, you can't target anymore. So if you have demo locks and BM hunters in your raid, you are just going to buff the class you don't want to buff, regardless. And then I think prescience becomes more of a like sense power thing, like it's reactive or almost not relevant. So we'll see how it goes. And then you have shifting sands, which is going to be proximity based, which makes it, I think that's going to be your skill expression, which is not my ideal skill expression, you know. Where is it? Time Walker, casting an empowered spell, shifting sands, preferring damage dealers, which is like you have to stand near the damage dealers you like, but in raid where you're moving around and stuff like that, it might not be the easiest thing to do. All right, where's the tanks? Where's the healers? Let's get them in here. Where's my dogs? Chilling. Oh, I didn't realize you could see my. I just got a puppy Dobie. Hold on. Puppy Doberman back here. Dude's 10 months old. He's like 90 pounds. It's gonna be a horse. Okay, cool. Let's see. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to pull out my oil. Get it over here. Get that on. Dude, come on. Where is everybody? You mean people aren't staying home on a Saturday to play WoW? To play the beta? That's insane. What else are you guys doing? Dude, orange soda is great. If you don't like orange soda, you're crazy. Let's see if I want to change my trinket up. Got harmful spells have a high chance to cause cosmic shards to heave from the heavens to slice your targets to nearby enemies. See, this says 11,000 haste. It does not give you 11,000 haste. That would be insane if it gave you 11,000 haste. I think it gives you like 150 or something like that. Because you just have so much uptime on it, just because everything goes below that health line. Well, let's see, let's put it on. If it does give you that much haste, that is a change that I wish I was aware of. We're just gonna cast this. Wait for this thing to proc. Yeah, 135. Yeah, if it gave 11,000, I have 736 haste, so clearly a bug. I am gonna go back to that other trinket. I like that other trinket. I don't know what kind of uptime it has, but it feels like it's decent. Oh, all right. We just need a tank for this. We've got a lever in our group. All right, as soon as we get the tank. Oh, even on beta, tanks are hard to find. And I think they made, I don't think tanking's better. That's one of the things that they've been trying to do is open up these classes, tanks and healers, for more people to play. And one, with healing, having this new unit frame and not having cell, which is what most people use, even what I use on retail for AUG, it's definitely going to deter people from playing healer. I don't think tanks is in as bad of a spot. It feels like things are mostly manageable in keys so far. But I haven't gone up and tried to do like high stuff. There's not many people doing it on beta. If you are doing it, you usually have some friends that are on with you. Also, we had a big discussion the other day on stream if moats smart targeted, and I found out the answer. So, shifting sands used to be the only important buff from moats, and that one smart targets and still does. All the other buffs, whoever picks it up gets it. And with Inferno's Blessing being good again, or being good now, and Prescience being included in your moats buffs, you kind of don't want to pick it up. You want your teammates to pick it up, which means you have to kite these orbs through your teammates. And it's, I've noticed that people are scared of anything on the ground. And I've had people where like I've come up behind them. I've had orbs like right here. They're all floating. I stand right here so that they all go into that person and they just run. They just run immediately. So I feel like Og, actually, when you ask what comps go good with Og, I think melee comps are going to go the best with Og because you can just float them all through melee and they're going to hit all your teammates. Casters, you're like chasing people around. So I'm hoping that it's another kind of melee heavy meta, because then if that way at least I can give them all my orbs. Otherwise, I'm just chasing ranged DPS. There's always a warlock that's like out in fucking Narnia over here, and like even Devourer Demon Hunters are all over the place again. I sent my wife these pictures and she said quality, and I don't know if she meant that it was good or bad. Because one of the pictures came up pretty shaky. All right, it's got to be a tank coming in. 3, 2, 1. Would have been sick though. Oh, healer left. Healer just auto gets into groups, so I kind of wish I could look at what groups were up while I was in this group to try to decide if I want to leave or not. But I understand that that's not that's the reason they don't let you do that. I agree. No Shocky left. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you can just get it. Like tanks and healers, if you're waiting, you can literally just go and get into your group almost immediately. All right. Oh, while we're looking for groups, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. We're back. How? Oh, we got a full group. All right, Skyreach, let's go.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, Skyreach. Headphones back in. All right. So I mentioned a little bit about when I was playing around testing stuff. Good, good. Let me get a crit pod in here. You can rescue somebody up there. You can also warlock gate up there. Inventory's full.
The way forward
Yeah, you can rescue people up into that back platform.
entwines with mine.
I'm not gonna neons this. I mean, I'm not gonna lust this. I am gonna cook on the damage meter. Let's go. I don't like doing this, but we're gonna do it. Oh, oh, oh. Give myself a little pop there. I got my dupe up for a little bit longer, so I'm gonna send that. Even though I don't have the best essence windows. Got it. Nice. I want the Dread Raven. Oh, I don't have time skip. Wait, am I still at 40%? I am still at 40%. We're chilling. Quick, take the orbs. Don't let me take the orbs. Oh, I keep buffing myself at the press, and I wanted to give it to the pally, but it's all good. I forgot that it's not like in order anymore. Get that repel. Should still be in the window. Nice. Still in. Oh. Okay, that guy survives because he positioned good enough. I was looking for the rescue. Oh, he's offline now. Okay. I think we have to wait for him. So I'm sending that. Interrupt that one. All right, that dude's back. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. All right, we're good. We got plenty of time now. Don't go. Don't go. Oh my God, he went. Yeah. Dude just die immediately. That sucks because he doesn't have my Ebon Might anymore. Oop. That's on me. I wasn't paying attention. And a nice clear arrow pointing exactly where that's going. Actually, I'm going to hold this off a little bit, let my Ebon Might tick down. I still have my duplicate, and that way I can give it to the other guy too. There we go. I think you want those on the outside. That feels like the most comfortable. Over here. We're locking Narnia, like I said. All right, we're gonna hang off this. 4 wins. Okay, that dude just grabbed all the orbs. That's fine. I'd rather somebody get it. I'm gonna actually go right here. Can't knock me back if I'm against the wall. Start building to the next one. Should be able to get another Eon. That dude died again. See if I can get press on that guy. Eon's here. I feel like my damage. Well, this is kind of a way to see how good your damage is when someone dies. Fly into it from that. If you're not anybody with a class with the glide, I think that just kills you, so don't put him that close to the edge. See, I want this guy to get the orbs. I want him to get the orbs. Don't move, dude. Yeah, you're gonna load up. You're gonna load up. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Right in time for the boss to die. Love that. What is that sound? Oh, it was the boss going, I perish, and it was like moaning. That was weird. Ah, bummer. Gonna knock these 2 away. Big upheaval. Oh, no essence burst there. That was unfortunate. Hit him with an uproar. And a knock up. I could send Evan Might, but I'm not gonna send Eons here. I don't think that they survive long enough if I do an Eons. I think they just get nuked immediately. And then you've wasted your Eons. Oh yeah, kill the solar orb. I wish it showed when those things were gonna pick, but you can kind of get a feel for it. What is this? You're so ready. Ready for raiding. What? Is raiding available right now? Nope. I want to do this first. I almost went into just autopilot. One of those bombardments should have went on the social construct because he's obviously gonna live the longest. I'm gonna grab a couple notes myself. I'm feeling a little dangerous. I want some buffs. Gonna pop myself. Those like ticking damage things are really good for Augs because of our defensive like heals back the damage we take. So stuff like that, like those channels, if you get hit with one and you pop a defensive, it's really good. I didn't pop anything there, but thanks Chaos Theory for the follow. Mucho apreciado. I've kind of been getting back into streaming after not doing it for a while. I've been making videos and stuff, but I gotta say streaming's been feeling good. We're gonna do one more here. One more Ebon Might. This should get us back to Eons easily. We're gonna save it for the boss. Come on, give me one more. That's all I want. One more. See, like what? My health's just not gonna move because of that. Because of my defensive just healing me back the damage I take, or not all of it anymore, but enough of it that it doesn't really make a difference. Boom. All right. Now everyone knows to not be in the lines. That guy doesn't know to not be the first one hit, but it's okay. All right, I got this one. Dude, thank you for the subscription, man. I think that's like one of my first subs, dude. That's awesome, him. Him 825, you rock, dude. I'm gonna go over here. Can I get here in time? Somebody needs to be on that other one. He's... I was gonna say, he might die there. Where's my buff at? Okay, I'm still at 40%. I thought I was gonna get nuked there. Cover that. Got a little bit more time on my duplicate, so we're gonna refresh that. I'm gonna take this one. There we go. Fiery smash might hurt. Okay, no, I thought he was closer than he was. All right, now we're gonna, I'm just gonna go this way. We're gonna rebuild our essence. I'm not gonna cast Evan Might until I get my Eons back, which is fine. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. He just got absolutely cooked. Oh, I think the healer's the one that, so you're how much damage you take from that is the stacks of lines you have, and I think the healer is somebody who can't load up. See, I can't really drag these orbs over to anybody right now. I just kind of have to exist with them. So look at all the buffs I have. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that. Start building back up. Pop over here. I thought somebody was there, but I think it was just their pets. Yeah, you can't get in the line there. I hit the tank with it, why not? Don't have to move. You love that. Dude, that means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Because I've typically just streamed on YouTube, but I started going back with Twitch when I started streaming again. So I appreciate that. And yeah, the big guys don't need it. Oh shit, he went right in. Oh, see, I think we might deal with some timing issues. Always waiting for Eons when it's close, but I don't know. That probably wasn't the play, honestly, what I just did right there. Because these things are gonna fall over, and I'm not gonna have it for the first. Well, actually, I'll still have my buff. I just won't have Eons for it itself. So I probably should have hung on to that one. Keep knocking this guy up. Yeah, so I'll still have Eons. I mean, I still have my 40% damage buff, but I won't have Eons again. Hog feeling it back. It feels like it's back. I'm gonna say that it feels like we're back. I think I got it off. Did I get it in time? Yes, 40%. Let's go. Yeah, Og's feeling like it might be just enough back. Kill this thing. Kill this thing. Dad. Dad, help. Dad, help. Dad, help. Poor guy's just running away. Oh, don't go on that. Okay, everybody move away from the shower of stuff. We're good there. He didn't understand it. I'm hoping he gets a battle res. I'm holding Eons for the battle res. I don't know if we have one. I think we've had some people dead in like every one of these boss fights, and it's really not feeling great. Get over here. Knock him back. Alright, do we have a B-res? All right, we don't. Fuck it. Eons is going out. Watch, he's gonna immediately get the fuck off me. He's gonna res this guy. Can you chill? We have a lot of things up here right now. This is not good. Not great.
Only the strongest.
All right, so that was on
survive.
TV. I have played with some prop pallies and they are not happy. They're feeling very, very squishy right now. I did a 12 Alga there and the guy died several times and he was just like, there's just nothing I can do. They took the CDR, the cooldown reduction, away from him. So you just have windows of no defensives. And it's not like you have to really, really plan ahead and have a solid healer for the times you don't have anything. Which sucks because I thought prop allies were in a good spot. You know, they felt strong, but they didn't feel like they were overpowered. CDR was what was really like selling them. And I guess they took it away. I think I've seen some Vengeance Demon Hunters that are doing really good. Prop Warrior's good, but Prop Warrior is deceptively good, where they're good because everybody has no stats and they have block. And block is the single best mechanic for a tank because you don't need any stats for it to be good. It just is good. You just stop all damage or most damage. So Prot Warriors are always good season 1 of a new expansion. Usually about middle of the tier is when whatever tank's going to be meta kind of comes out, because everybody gets a little bit stats, everybody gets their tier set, and then it always tends to shift. Like season 1, Prot Warrior was insane, and then I think it did shift to Prot Pally at like halfway through the season when Prot Pally was really bad on beta at the start of War Within. This guy's abandoning. I mean, I don't care. We can abandon if we want, but it's beta. Yeah. And you know what? You might be okay because season 1 or War Within beta, Prot Pally was dog water. They were dog water in the entire beta, and they were just super squishy. The hero trees weren't working right, and then they got buffed. They got some reworks, and they came out on top. So, you know, if you're the worst class at something, you're most likely to get buffed. Which is why like AUG being as good as it is right now is kind of scary because I don't want. We're definitely like almost 100% getting nerfed. It's just how much are we going to get nerfed is the deciding factor. All right, let's try some Chrono. We just do too much damage. Like we're like kind of cooking and we're Enhancement Shaman season 2 right now. Or maybe season 1. They were like light years ahead of everybody else. All right, let's change my gear just to go to some crit mastery. We're pretty much going full crit mastery here. And what does that bring me up to? 15% mastery. That's pretty good. And we're gonna go obviously moats. I'm not playing Molten Embers, which maybe you could. But yeah, let's see what Chrono's doing. Chrono's my favorite. Always has been. I would like to find. I mean, we could do a 14 Alg. I think this one's gonna play a little bit different because I don't have the CDR from Scale Commander. So I don't think I think I have to send Ebb and Might as often as possible, and not have and not like hold it for certain things. Yeah, exactly. Like whenever your class is doing good, you're excited, you're happy, but it's like this is so early in the beta. We have like 4 months, and a lot of things can change. So right now on the beta, what you're kind of looking for is, does my class feel fun to play? Is it buggy? Is it clunky? Is it, what needs to change? What should change? And stuff like that. That's what you really want to be looking for, because numbers just can go up and down so easily. Like literally tomorrow, they could just be like, oh, 40% nerf. And like, you're cooked. Like you're just cooked. And that's kind of what happened with Og in season 2, I think it was. Yeah, season 2 was when they took away Ebb and Might hitting tanks and healers. And that was like a massive blow to Og. And then they disappeared and they got buffed slowly but surely towards the end of the tier. And season 3, they were pretty good. They weren't meta by any means, but they weren't bad. I think I got my Og to like Brazil 16s or something before I kind of stopped playing them. And that was just because I wasn't getting invited to anything. And I started playing Havoc Demon Hunter. I think whenever someone asks me like what class should I play, it's like, if you can just play the class, whatever class you find fun, and deal with queues being really bad, or you can just meta slave and play the game. And that sounds kind of shitty, but when I switched to Havoc Demon Hunter and was getting invited to groups very quickly, the time spent playing was more enjoyable because I was actually in keys. Yeah, Zukos, exactly. Can you keep Evan Might the whole fight in Chrono Warden? Maybe I didn't see that before, but yeah, Chrono Warden, you can keep Evan Might up for ridiculously long times. I'll do it on some target dummies. I don't know how good it is in single target, but on AoE it's insane. But Zuko, yeah, I think they ended up getting ahead of Dev towards the end, at least in Raid, when everybody else was getting geared. But people just hate them so much that it's just always going to be a negative perception. So if we go out, we do a couple, boom, we Eons, right into an Ebb and Might, boom, tip, hot. And then my Ebb and Might's up here at like 22 seconds, 23 seconds. Do that, do one of these, boom, boom, send one of that out, big upheaval, yeah, dude. I got burnt out, can't force myself to play it. I've always liked Demon Hunter, but I never liked movement, and because of that I've kind of shied away. But now that there's no movement, it's actually pretty fun. So I don't know how long I've kept Ebb and Might up here, but I'm almost back to like, okay, so at least a minute. I'll do that because my tip to scales has 17 seconds left to get on it. And I have full essence, so I just go right back into another one. And then I should have saved one of my empowereds here, but my tip to scales is going to give me a essence burst every 5 seconds. So like, just easy. It's just easy. Og does get shape, but Og is kind of slave to the groups. If your group is not trash, you've got a bunch of banging DPS, you'll thrive. Yeah, I mean, Chrono Warden's a little bit more that way. Scale Commander was, and it's like in season 1 towards the end, Scale Commander was like mostly personal damage. It was like 70% personal. But typically, yeah, you want to have a group that's good. If you have a bad group, you'll notice it, and same thing if you have a good group. If you just have like an average group, they kind of just blend in as another DPS. But it is affected by people staying alive. That's a big thing. It's just that, like, my guys were dying in that other group, and so I'm just losing a lot of buff damage that way. So it is a little reliant on your group. I personally like the movement since no other class relied on. It was a cool concept, but I couldn't do it. Like I played it a couple times and it was just like, this isn't for me. That's pretty much it. And that's okay. But I had a friend who played it who loved the movement and hated no movement. So yeah, it's just personal preference. Yeah, it's a little less RNG now with how much uptime you have on Eons and Ebb and Might and all that stuff like that. That you don't have like these hard windows that if they don't perform in it, then you're kind of cooked. So you have a little bit more leeway. But I played Chrono in Raid last or this tier, and on Mythic Forge Weaver, like if one of my big buff targets died for the intermission, the damage amp phase, that was a huge blow. So yeah, it is still reliant on how well they can play. And luckily, I'm in a pretty good guild that I joined like right at the start of the tier. So I only was raiding on Forge Weaver just because they needed knockups and stuff. But I think I'll be in most of the raid next tier, which I'm excited for. When, you had mentioned that what other specs have been meta for multiple seasons. I went through it once, and I think there was like Mage, Druid, and Priest in one spec or another have been in the meta since the first season of Dragonflight, like in one form or another. Yeah, I think I ended up switching to Scale Commander just because it was like doing Forge Weaver and having to watch all everybody's buffs and my buffs and the people. It's so hard. It was fun when you nailed it, but it's so hard. And Scale Commander is like if you can play Chrono Warden good, it's up here. If you can't, it's right here. If you can just play Scale Commander, it's right here. So like you're almost better off not making mistakes and playing Scale Commander than you are playing Chrono badly. And there was definitely a lot of times where like I would go into it and be like, oh, I'm just fucking this up. Like I know I'm gonna do absolutely no damage. The only plus side to Chrono Warden was if I got my 4 targets buffed and I Eons, I did like 2 or 3 times the next person's damage on those intermission windows. But outside of it, you mess up and you're cooked. It's so bad. So you get buffed by the other Augs. I don't think that there's a limit anymore, but I don't think it's like beneficial to stack, you know. I don't think that it's like people are gonna bring 4 or 5 Augs into the group. I think you get 2 at the most, but you usually brought 2 to juice up those your specific targets in Windows. And I don't know if it's going to be as beneficial to have more than a handful in there, if that. But they are doing good. I haven't seen raid testing. I haven't raid tested myself. But if we go to Warcraft logs, and again, early numbers, don't get too hung up on these. And you go to Heroic, Imperious, the first boss, I think is the only one, or one of the only ones that were tested. And if you go at the 90th percentile, which is playing pretty well, they're right here. Shadow Priests are bugged, so they're doing insane damage. But yeah, Augs right here. And then, you know, obviously the better you play, they kind of get a little higher, a little closer to Shadow Priest. And if you're playing like perfect, I think these guys get a little bit ahead. But Aug is in a good spot, especially for like the average player. And like I said, there's only so much raid testing that there's actually been done. 55 parses, you know, 36 Evoker Aug parses. So we don't really know like the grand scheme of things. And like even this, it says provide a snapshot of performance during raid testing. These do not behave like statistics on retail. It's just a way to look at it. But you can also go to like actual logs of people playing and see it individually. But they're in a good spot right now. Like I said, I don't know how good it's gonna be. This guy is doing heroic. Let's see what we got here. Do we have an Aug? No Augs. Yeah, we'll have to. I think this is something that's gonna be more valuable like a month before release. Right now it's just so early that like people don't know fights, they don't know mechanics. It's not a great window of it. That's why like the first boss is usually like easy. So that's why I looked at the first boss to be like, okay, if this is the easiest one, most accurate, I guess, Displaced canary, get out of my chat. Over here trying to sell views. But then PI is still, yeah. People will hate AUG because they feel like the biggest arguments I've had for like anti-AUG is that like, oh, it's taking up a slot because it has to be in every meta. And it's like, it's not taking up a slot any more than a mage is, or any more than a priest is. Like it's just another DPS that's good at the time and in the meta. I don't understand. Like people get so hung up on like, oh, it has to be in the meta if it's good. It's like, yeah, everything has to be in the meta if it's good. What are we talking about here? And it's just because, oh, it just makes the other classes better. Yeah, that's the whole point of the class. Like, what are we talking about? And it just drives me up a wall because it's like, we have never been more of a non-buff and just an actual DPS than we have been recently. And still, if we're good, everybody's like, oh, this is insane. Nerf AUG. And it's like, dude, we are more of a regular DPS now than we've ever been. Season 1 or season 2 of Dragonflight, that was crazy. That was one of the, when they had the Exodia comp. And even then, to say that like AUG was required, like that whole comp was 5 of 5, or you don't do the key. Like they were doing keys 2 or 3 levels higher than any other comp in the game. So like that wasn't even just an AUG thing. That was a Priest, Arcane Mage, you know, all the like just the synergy in the group. Yeah, it was way overpowered in season 2. We'll never see that again, and that's okay. I don't think we should. But yeah, this like stealing my damage, or the one of my favorite things, mage has been meta most. Yeah, mage in some form, or priest in some form, or druid in some form has been in the meta forever. But I do remember when AUG first came out and it wasn't showing on details, people were kicking AUGs out of groups because they were like, this guy's doing under tank damage, and meanwhile they're doing 4 times the damage they've ever done before. And I always thought it was funny. Let me get into it now while we're chatting here. You would like if AUG can just go in keys, perform in raid, and perform on its own merits. I think that takes away from what it is though. Like at that point, just play dev. I think if you want like a fully personal damage AUG, you just play dev, because that's pretty much what it is. Like even AUG in, you know, season 1, I think it was, of War Within, it was pretty much bronze dev. It was the same thing, except it just did better damage. So I like shying away a little bit from that and having that split, so that you're at least doing what the class was like originally intended to. Mage is Mage has been the golden boy forever. Oh, okay, yeah, just let it be a support class. Yeah, Shadow Grove, I get that. That's what I would like. I want it just to be a support class. Let it buff other things. Like I've said it before, my favorite part about AUG in keys specifically is being able to take care of the stuff that other people can't. Like you can't pull yourself away from damaging. Like if you're a Frost DK and you're in your damage windows, your cooldowns, and something in like Dawnbreaker where the bombs land on the boat, you can't run out and grab that. You're slow. You don't want to so as an AUG, I'm always like, I got it. I'll do all that stuff. AUG need to be 95% support and 5% DPS. I would like that. I would like the buff class 100%. There are 3 spots for DPS as a healer. Having Resto Druid be meta for so long, they did nothing about it. There was 1 spot, and most people were quiet about it. They don't like the new. Yeah, exactly. Like at least with AUG in the meta, you have 2 other roles that you can fit in there too. But yeah, Resto Druid being so strong, or Resto Shaman, or whoever it is like Disc Priest in season 2. Was like, you just played Disc Priest or you didn't go into keys. it was so much. The worst part about it is people get so locked into stuff like that they're like, oh, I need a Disc Priest in my 10. You do not need a Disc Priest in your 10. You don't need it in your 12, your 13, 14, 15. You don't need it in your 16s. It's only when you get to like really, really high stuff is when like that starts to really matter. But you don't need it in most of the keys that people are doing, but they're so locked around like, this is the meta, this is what we do. I forgot what we're doing. Algathair. That like people always want it. Now, don't get me wrong, Disc Priest in season 2 was absolutely insane, and it was so much fun to play. That's when I played it, because you would just bubble people and just nullify damage. It was so great. But like, it's, you know, they're taking up one spot that nobody else can have. All right, I gotta remember that I'm playing Chrono. Oh yeah, Pally Priest season 1, extremely locked in. Take a mastery buff. This. Mage and Pally are main character energy. I think Ret Pally is just played by so many people, even though it's not like great all the time. It just gets a lot of stuff. But Mage has been Golden Boy for so, like, if you are if you're unsure if you're gonna like what you want to play, playing Mage is a safe bet that you're gonna be somewhere in a meta.
Leave your sanity behind.
Welcome to Algathar Academy. I am delighted that you received our invitation.
Come here, give me my buff.
Behind schedule, but
New students. How wonderful.
All right,
It has been quite some time.
I gotta rebuff this guy because Blistering Scales never stays on in beta for some reason. Even War Within beta, it didn't start, didn't stay on. This guy's smart. He's going over here. He's pulling in the right. Okay, he's doing this right.
We were away. Please
Go the other direction.
clear them out while we realign the life magics of this place.
And then once he gets a little closer, we're gonna Lust. And then I'm gonna Eons and hope that I hit everything and don't kill myself. Whoa, that was really far. A little bit of lag. Yeah, BM Hunter, I'm pretty sure is bugged in some way because it's doing insane damage. Oh, I don't want to take these orbs. Somebody else take the orbs. You're maining Og and Midnight Chrono, dude. Chrono's so fun. Get away from me. Take these orbs. Take these orbs.
Wait.
Go. Somebody took it.
There is too much life magic.
I'm actually gonna time skip. See if I can get one of these things right, kind of early on in the pull.
What is that thing?
There's that.
This is your fault.
I'm gonna hold off on my other one. Nope. I want tip. There we go. If you don't send an empowered spell, tip doesn't go on cooldown. Make sure you have a hover here. If you don't, you're gonna get cucked by these circles. Pad on these guys, as always. Gonna Eons. Hit my dupe up. Hit this. Hit the interrupt. Boom. Terminate in 12. I should have my hover back, so we're chilling there. Don't like that he decided to move now. I'm gonna try to squeeze a fire breath out. Oh, this guy didn't move. Gonna knock all these guys up. Yeet. Start building back some essence. Send out another fire breath. Oh, this is bad. I fucked that one up. But we recovered. Get this out while I have a dupe. There we go. Keep that 40% buff up. Do a big ol' upheaval. Where's my tank? I'm actually gonna save my tip to scales. I don't think we're gonna need it. We got one more Germinate, but I think he's dead before that. Oh, okay. Thought you got the heal off. Dude, no one does know about the orbs at all. And then when I try to like go position myself near somebody, they always run away. They always run away.
help them sort
That dude just got the port back.
Quite a feat.
Sometimes you just get sent back in this game. I don't know this in Algathar. I don't know why. I'm gonna send one eruption just to get rid of that. Typically you never send it. I'm gonna wait for the first wind and then I'm gonna come back with the eons. There it is. And then please don't move him too far. Please don't move him far. Okay, there we go. Chrono Warden Og looks so bad on damage meters, but it's so good. But I can see if I can get it off. Do not port. Get the yeah, there we go. Now they have no choice but get the orbs. You gotta like trick your DPS into getting them. I'm gonna actually I can hold off as long as I can. Oh no, I think I just biffed that. Got it. Hell yeah. I don't want a time spiral here or a time skip because I want to have eons for the intermission phase, because it takes 75% more damage. So always save your eons for cross intermission. I might send tip early on, because I like kind of rotating back and forth between tip the scales and eons. This is why I think a melee comp would be good for AUG, just because you can kind of force those orbs in so easily. Why this guy tag? What's he tagging it for? Oh! Oh! Damn! I thought I got out of the way in time of that.
Overcome this trial.
Alpha Eagle. Cleanse myself and that dude. Probably get these off and be good. Oh. Now this is gonna feel really bad to not send eons, which is why I'm gonna send tip. But it's worth it. In theory, other people should be holding CDs too, but I think everyone just sends off rip here.
At least we know that works.
At least we know that works. Where's our tank? I want to stay on the other side of him. But I also want to get these guys buffed, and they're going to be out of range of me all the time. There we go. I'm also going to save my intellect pot for eons. Didn't think I was going to get that off. That was close. Wanted to send one of those eruptions first. Gonna not pot that, but there we go. This is perfect. Get the orbs. I think that might be it. There we go. Eon's that. I think I'm gonna clear. Yeah, I am. We just absolutely cooked them. But we do need to get this off before the winds go off. Oop. Oh, I didn't even hit my pot. I may have tried to hit it and it just didn't go in between my casts. That's always one of the weird things with Dog too, is like some of your eruptions like just kind of chain into each other and you can try to like weave a trinket in. It doesn't feel good. Go with the flow, go with the breeze. I'm gonna press the tank. I'm feeling saucy here. %7 crit, love that. I'm curious to see how much damage I did on Croth alone. It looked, it's like, yeah, I did 27k. I probably did like 100k on that. The difference in chrono logs and damage meters is so insane. All right, what if this guy's gonna go left and grab both? Nope, he's going full send. Keep gathering, keep gathering. Where's my shaman? There he is right there. This is gonna be not ideal. See if I can do this. Okay. I wasn't sure where he was gonna port to. Moving out of the way. I should probably be on these Ravagers. Everybody get my orbs. No, not me. No, not me. Give them to the tank. That's the problem with fighting these guys like this, is if you're not like coordinated and don't kind of stack them like near each other, they do just kind of make it become difficult to fight. Oh, I thought I had a hover there. 2 seconds off. Always bring them in. The shifting sands and all boss show up on frame. Yeah, pretty much. I think shifting sands actually doesn't, but everything else does. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna eons. Go for that, and then I'm gonna extend that. Then I don't think I need the eons here, but I wanted it for the next one. But I like sending tip as like a decent cooldown to kind of get rolling here. And now I'll have my eons combo for the next one. Yeah, for some reason shifting sands doesn't show up here, but all the ones that like all the other ones do, and you only really want, actually you want 3 out of 4 now, as opposed to wanting 1 out of 3 before. Oh, get the hell away from me. If he does a big pull here, we are gonna need all the CC we can get. Okay, I have terror from this guys. This prop alley is actually kind of holding up. Alright, we are gonna op roar. Eons over him. For a fat one. For a fat stun. Double knock up, because my pet can also knock up. We demolish this pack. We just demolished that pack. I'm like actually upset we killed that pack so fast because I feel like I wasted my stuff. We are going to cast that right now for the buff. There we go. Oh, and I crit. That's huge. I was mid cast. Trying to get me to lust. Come on, I just want one more. All right, we're gonna just do this. And I can take these pretty easily with my defensive that heals me back up. Those aren't too big of an issue. We're gonna time skip, press, hover. Oh, nope, I'm hanging on to my Ebon Might. We are too close to Eons. All right, no, don't move him, don't move him, don't move him. Okay. Heal him up. I need to move. I could probably take another one. Yep. We're chilling. Get that back up. That back up. That was tight. Wonderful.
Best to defeat the dragons. It was ultimately destroyed. Well done.
What's this guy playing? Yeah, he's playing Hunter or BM. There's no healer here. So this guy might be, yep. Yep, he's dead though. I don't get why that guy didn't release right away, but whatever. Oh, I forgot that he releases right here. That's my bad. I would have ran it back a little bit. I don't think I send Eons at this point. Everything's pretty much dead. I'm always curious to see how much damage I do as Chrono because it's so different from what you see here. Like this is useless. Don't even look at that. All right. I wonder if he's gonna do the two pack, which I think is what you should do, and then skip the patrol, take the 2 in, and you're good. But let's see if he does it. Nope. Going for that and that. Is he gonna go big? Okay. Well, yeah, it just didn't go off there. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna keep tip. Probably didn't even need to send it here. Like, I just wanted to get it off cooldown. At least this guy's gonna get hit with something. I'll do that. After I send tip, I'll immediately, oh, I don't have sleepwalk. I wanted to test if I could stop that with sleepwalk. We're gonna need to move this into, I don't know if you can hear that, my phone's ringing. Where did she go on me? Put a time skip. Well, I think I should have at least Eons going into this. Clear those off. And we don't have lust, which is fine.
These are sacred halls of tyranny. Only those registered access them.
I guess I can cast a couple and then tip. Trying to stay within a little bit of range of these guys to give them their press back. I'm gonna hit myself with the press because we have a ton. Ooh. And some pulling. Juke. Reapply that. That guy took an orb. He's my savior. Let's see if I can force an orb on that guy. Yep, you got two. Okay. You know what? I'll take one. Why not? I deserve an orb. I don't like this. We are gonna do this. Oh shit. Alright, I was able to get another Ebon Might with the 40% buff. See if I can start sending some presses out. Good to go. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Move. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can try to stretch it a little bit. I'm gonna hang on to it. I got tip coming up. And I think it's actually fine for me to Ebon Might this, because tip's gonna nuke that cooldown. Can't get to that hunter. There we go. There we go. Eons into time skip. Into another 40%, and we're chilling. Hit myself with the buff. Hit the BM hunter with a buff. He's going easy peasy. GG. All right, so overall 37k. See what we got on the log. BM hunter was cooking. But yeah, right now I think that they're bugged. But here we go. Window. So I got 79k. This hunter's cooking. But Chrono and having a DPS do less in the tank kind of hurts. But look at Ebon Might. Just absolutely dominating. So this is one of those where, like, if that guy was also doing as much as a hunter, it would have brought me up too. So Chrono probably needs just a semi decent group, and then I think Scale Commander just kind of rolls with anything. So Scale Commander might just be like the pug one, and Chrono being the coordinated, which is almost always the case. But Prescient, Shifting Sands, Prescient's doing 10% of my damage. Like, that's insane. Inferno Blessing, not bad, not bad. I think there's something wrong with the BM Hunter right now. I think that there's definitely something wrong with BM Hunter right now. Because why is Beast doing 73% of their damage on Beast Cleave? Oh. Feel free to stay, Og. Oh, that Hunter left. What are we doing now? I'll stay. Seat. All right, let's do seat, and then let's take Twin Guardian to see if we can save people from that AOE, that knock up. And then I'm gonna play Scale, and I'm just gonna try to play it normally, like without like holding stuff for too long, to see if I can see how it feels like that without doing like unless they're lining up within like 10 seconds of each other to just send it. Because you'll still get the 40% after if you cast Ebon Might anytime after Eons. So if you don't have it like right away, but you will have it, I don't know, you kind of want it to go into the Eons too. Maybe it is worth holding. That might be like a sim angle. I think I'm also gonna take away Molten Embers and run Time Skip to maybe line those up a little bit easier. Oh, I still have the screen up. 1 second. What I wanted to check too is, so this first pull right here, 307k, BM Hunter's doing 400k. That first pull is kind of nutty. Brett, Ebon Might, let's see, this is just his first pull until it starts to go down. What did I peek at? Yeah, Ebon Might is just cooking. Eons did a shit ton of... Eons hit once for 60k. That's... Or 3.4 mil. That's crazy. That was the hit from Eons. Oh. Alright, we're into another seat. Making sure that I'm repaired. I think I just died once there, which is fine. And... I think I removed that stun. Take twin. And then hopefully I don't kill anybody. Because if I rescue him in place and come stand right on top of him, we both take the knockup damage. I hope I don't kill anyone.
An entity from the void has emerged into our world. It must not be allowed to spread its corruption.
All right, what is this a seat 12? Oh no, I think it's a 10 again because we're probably gonna get after this. I'm gonna try to get into something a little higher. Come on, fight guy. Pally's actually doing good here. I mean, it's only a 10, but he was holding up on some big pulls. So I mean, as soon as he pulled all the battle axes without a healer, I kind of knew he was dead. But up until then, he was doing great. And I don't think that wasn't his fault. I think he just obviously was like, just thought he had the healer with him, you know. I'm in the right tree, right? Yep. I'm gonna take time skip over embers. We're gonna see how that feels. I gotta use it more. I hold it for too long. Fight guy. Come on, fight guy. I don't know if I can ever drop this talent. Glide speed and height increased by 20%. Don't know if I can ever drop it. It's so nice. Especially coming from Demon Hunter, where you have the double jump and the fly. Like, just having this is... The movement is so good. Mr. Tank, come to us. Yes, Shaman. I agree. Come on. I kind of like this out of range thing. I wish it was like a line of sight thing too, though. That would be nice. Especially for like healers. I think that'd be really good. If he doesn't come here, I'm gonna put the key in and pull. Actually, I don't even have a key. All right. Come on. There he is. There's our guy. Now depending on how big he pulls is going to depend if we lust or not. I think the shaman might be that dude that's just going to lust it.
The void
Okay.
beckons us onward.
There goes my tip the scales.
Embrace
My early tip the scales, my early pot. All right, is he grabbing those two? All right, he just lusted that, so I'm gonna do both. Might get hit by something here. Oh, I immediately thought I was playing Chrono again. Oop. And didn't spread. Oh god, this is gonna be, can I get this in it? There we go. I need to not hit those guys in the back there. There we go. Do I still have it? I still have the 40. Nice. These guys are cooking though, so this is good. Good. Gonna start. Come on. Wrap these guys up. Perfect. Good, grab more. Grab more. I'm gonna eons over everybody. Don't be afraid. It's okay. These guys are actually ripping. I'm gonna pot just to get that off of me. Somebody take these orbs. Thank you, he took them. Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god, he's dead. Dad? Dad? Taking you back and forth through him. Okay, I can't. I'm trying to. Why would you pull me to you away from the tank? I was floating around the tank waiting for him to grab it and he pulled me away. I don't have anything for this. Can I wonder if hover helps. Hey doggo. Not right now, buddy. My pup. Not right now, bud. Illidan, go lay down. Go lay down, buddy. I wonder if that null pain will kill the ads. Oh, that sucked. That hit neither of them. On a time skip, we pulled a ton. This is not good. We're dead.
you had lasted a little longer.
Reset. All right. Go lay down, Illidan. Go lay down, buddy. I know. I know. Good boy. You're a good boy. All right, Billy, go lay down. All right. Go lay down.
An entity
He's a
from the
puppy,
void has emerged.
so he doesn't quite understand go lay
Must
down.
not be allowed to spread its corruption.
Illidan, that's enough, bud. That's enough, buddy. I'm not sure when he's going to send this key, so I don't know when I need to just pop something. What's it going to go? He's ready for it. He's waiting for it. He's ready to send it. There it is.
The void
Well,
binds us all.
I'm glad that I got Tip going, the early one.
Leave your sanity behind.
I don't think we lost this double pack here. This feels like a very waste of a lust. What are we doing here? Oh my god. Where's he going? Where's he going? Okay. Eons. They got nuked. Got it. Pop a defensive because this thing kind of hurts. Big upheaval. Cool. Take that. Get it? Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Got the extra personal damage. Ebon Might out there. Alright. Time skip. Subjugator. Hopefully he can burn off enough enough cooldown on this pack and the next pack. Make that not a waste. The only weak aura that I would like to have back is probably Omni CD, and that's just to track like their CDs. But other than that, like, it seems like add-ons from, you know, people are making add-ons that tend to that are replacing these quite well. So I think that it's okay. There's a few things that I would like changed. It's nameplates. Nameplates is the biggest thing by far. It's like having nameplates for casters and non-casters is just like so beneficial, especially when you go into a pack, you don't really know what's happening. You know, okay, that guy cast and that guy cast, and I need to kick those, and not having that kind of hurts. Other than that, it doesn't feel like it's too detrimental, honestly. I know a lot of people are super up in arms about it, but I'm not too worked up. I think the stacking nameplates need to be fixed. The stacking's terrible. And then I think the biggest, or people who are dealing with the most stuff, is healers, and that kind of sucks. Oh, I'm not facing him. That was weird. All right, I'd still want to have this there. He should not be right there. Yeah, that was kind of a wonky play there. I was focusing on getting those guys back. But I can do this. Maybe get one more? I don't know if I'm actually going to need the Eons here. Cover. Yeah, I can't knock anybody back this time around. But I think we can get these kills down. Don't put him over there. That's we're dead. Oh, we got it off at the last second. That guy should have jumped as far away from those things as possible.
Follow me. The Shadow Guard is building
What the hell, Boomy?
near the temple.
Disrupting their efforts would
What is this single? Oh yeah, Boomkins historically have terrible single target, so it's kind of funny that he's got good.
Figure out their
Yeah, you want him to jump away from the orbs so that you can go kill the slimes. I mean, you don't want to jump it on top of them. Good job pulling more. It's got to be a caster in this pack. Oh, Eons. Do that. Knock up. Keep the Rift Warden close, or we all die. Holy moly. I think I'm on overall damage right now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm curious what that single target was then that he was talking about. That was a bad play for me. Did that Boomkin not get my Ebon Might? This has not been my best one so far, for sure. But I like that this tent. Got that for him. An op roar. Yeah, he needs to be closer. Yep. I have tried. I forgot to mention the priest is funny. By the way. Eons. Not ideal, but I got some CDR and I got time skip. I think I send right now. Get that, get that. You guys got a pull. That was good. I like these pulls, but I don't know if I want to send Eons here. Get this out. Oh, I think I missed it. I did. Whoop. Oh, shit. He wouldn't be the first guy I've seen get crushed by these things. Apparently they just do a ton of damage. But I get this off me and the shaman. This is a lot of a wonkier dungeon than the last one. I think this is one of the ones that people are still figuring out pull patterns in. And like not being able to pull Rift Ward and away from that, like that's something that like not everybody knows yet. I tried to rescue him in, but he just ran right back. Don't go that way. We both grabbed him. All right, we're getting this back. You might as well pull the other one there. Yep, there we go. That's super funny. We both grabbed him, and then he just went and did the same thing. I don't think you want to move when these. I think the more you move, the slower you get. If I remember right. Okay, can somebody else take these orbs? That's so many of them. Somebody else take these. Somebody. I'm taking all of them. Taking literally all of them. All right. Well, at least I got that out before. Not that I have a ton of stuff to work with here. Time skip. I'm just gonna do regular eons. I'm in regular, what's it called? Ebon Might here. I feel like it's easier to maintain that buff on Chrono Warden than it is on Scale Commander. Alright, we got one more rift before the boss. What is this camera angle? That was weird. Is it the camel? Sapros is a really good hog fight because you keep spreading your bombardment, so I need to make sure that I have eons up, so I'm not sending eons here, especially when it's just like a single guy. Unless he pulls into it. I don't have time skip. I still can't. Oh, now I feel like I have to. Come on. Now I feel like I have to. But watch, everything's gonna just die immediately, or we're gonna die. Wow, I don't know if that was the right play. That felt like he made a mistake, and I wanted to just get it fixed by lusting. Oh, get the hell out of that way. See, I'm not gonna have shit right now because I felt like I had to get that up so we could kill those guys, which kind of sucks. Yeah, exactly. That was, I don't think that's the pull you do right before a boss. And now I don't even think I send eons yet. I think I have to wait for this for the combo. And then now I'm like, now I am significantly at risk here for no damage. Come on, let me go. Thank you. All right, at least now I can kind of go crazy here. Time skip. Let's send this here. Big one. Freak wing or shade wing. All right, I'm gonna Eons, go through all of these guys. I'm not even gonna bother sending another Ebonite. Cool, they got nuked by that. I did a shit ton of damage. Holy. That's personal, that's not buff damage. Alright, this is where we're gonna see if that knock up shit. I'm gonna send this. Send it ahead of time. And then knock up into that. And then boom. Here we go. I wanted to go somewhere else. This is what I want to test, but I'm in the middle of something, so I'm just gonna pot that. Save best man. Right, do it one more time. Do it one more time. Come on. Nope, doesn't work. But we can both cast in the knock up. So it's probably, and I don't think I took that much damage. It looked like I didn't take any. So it might be beneficial to do it to the healer if the healer gets it. Is he gonna go bigger? Go bigger, go bigger, go bigger. Okay, maybe not. Oh, of course he goes right after I send it. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Oh my god. Oh, that was funny. Looks like I didn't take any damage from the knock up there though, so I think it's just a knock up, which means I can rescue healers to let them cast during it. Of course he goes big after I send it. He's dead. He's dead. Now that I know he's gonna send it, at least is I can do this. And then there we go. Oh, can't see anything, but I am gonna take care of myself. Me, myself, and I. Okay, that got done. That got done too. Nice. Crazy damage. Everybody with the damage. Yeah, like see that might be beneficial to the healer to get it up for him too. Sheesh. Another thing about not having weak ores is I've noticed that it doesn't feel like we need them as much, which has been nice. This is a bad pack. This is a bad pack. Time skipping because I need to Eons this. Oh, that's on me. I took an orb while I was trying to get the knock up off. Needs CC. Yeah. Bad beam. Just too many casters in that too. A lot of casters, and yeah, because it's that pack should probably be pulled separately. Just because there's so many casters in it. It's the only dungeons, it's the only pack in these dungeons that I've noticed has so many casters. A healer interrupt would have done nothing there. Oh, they're kind of scattered here. This pack wasn't a good one to come in. I'm gonna uproar. I don't have anything right now, which is kind of unfortunate. Not great to pull them like staggered like that, but that's okay. They kind of walked up on us. We should not pull these two. Yeah, pull these guys. But they reduced our... I think the whole healer kick shit is such a moot point. Never seen a healer be like, damn, I'm so happy that I have to kick things. It's so much fun to kick. Nobody wants to kick things. They just want to be able to say, oh no, Blizzard took something from me. Time skip, hoping I can kill some time for the healer to get back. They deleted my knock-up. Oh yeah, that's oh dude, we don't okay, he's here. I am gonna send this just because it's I think it's too long to not send it. Yeah, moving away is the right play. And then I think I just hold Eons until I can do it. Damn, I didn't get a single Essence Burst there. That's bad. Alright. Now I do this. So what that does is it puts Eons on all the targets. And then when it pops, it hits everything. Even if you're not directly attacking it. I'm gonna help the healer out here because this is kind of a high damage area. Don't lose this. Move them back when we can. Go right before my dupe drops. Okay, we got kicks over there. Just gonna repres myself. I think we can probably focus boss here. I don't know, it's kind of tight. To pop my defensive. That's all. I just needed it to get up myself. Yeah, that fight's kind of weird. I don't know what causes the like the tentacle placement. If it's just purely random, or if you can angle it some way, or how many pop up. My first theory was as many people who get hit by orbs is how many things pop up, but I don't think that that's the actual case. I think it might just be purely random.
Such chaos. The way is open. Hurry, heroes.
I got time skip, so I'm gonna send Eons on this and hope that I get it back in time. And if not, that's just gonna be unfortunate. I think in higher keys, it's definitely gonna be you're definitely gonna be able to get it back in time. But on a 10, I don't know.
Such musings can wait, though. This entity must die.
I do miss the weak aura that would tell me when the boss was gonna be active.
Look out!
Oh, I almost just got cooked by that. Oh, okay. Ooh, got it. Got it. We're good. Why would you lust? That was not intermission. Damn, I missed my fucking dude. Cool. I'm in a good spot. I think he's gonna intermission in a second, so I'm just gonna keep casting this. I think it's right after this. Help out there and there. Gotta be coming up. That's okay. I had my spot. He's gonna go into, there it is. See, this is when you lost, when he takes 200% more damage. I wonder what my Eons hit for in this thing. Almost got caught. Almost got caught slipping. All right. Oh, let's see. See what I did for damage there.
You asked me to teach you to use the void as a weapon.
I think this was C. Yeah, this is the one we're talking about. All right. So seat. We cooked. Not bad. Let's see. Yeah, eruption just doing crazy damage. I'm curious what I did on that 3-pack boss. Saprish. Yeah, 130k. Nuts. Victory, I probably did bad. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I feel like I dropped a lot there. And Laura, yeah. August feeling good. August feeling pretty damn good. But, all right. I think I'm going to call it there, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out and popping in. I put up a couple new shorts about AUG and how Evan might get split up. If you guys want to check that out. And then hopefully we get a blue post with some tuning that we can talk about next time. But thanks everybody for hanging out. And I'll probably stream again tomorrow. So see you guys next time.